Good afternoon. Welcome to Channel 4. Love and hugs to all my listeners and followers out there if you wish. The Prince of Light, Prince Todd, beaming out from Australia to all over the world, known as planet Earth and we as Earthlings. Let the cosmic energy light flow in. Let the cosmic energy light flow in. Never go against the flow, because all my listeners and followers, if you wish, know what is going to happen. You go against the flow, you're going to drown, crash and burn. You either go with the flow or become the flow. Now, what I'd like to communicate with you guys out there at the moment is Anthony Albanese. Now, I find it troubling and disturbing on how he is now worth, and he's been a career politician, let's face it. He's accumulated $14 million. Well, there's a discrep there because it's from anywhere between $8 million and $14 million. So anyone over $7 million in Australia is in the top 1%. And anyone that earns over $500,000 a year, there's only about 110,000 of us in Australia. So 110,000 people earning over 500 grand. And what's the population of Australia now? I sort of lose contact here because he's letting in, 1 million or 2 million people nearly every 2 years. So I don't know, say 27 million. 110,000 out of 27 million that live and reside in Australia earn 500,000 plus. Now, if you've got a net wealth of over $7 million, you're in the top 1% of Australian population. Now, how in hell why doesn't anyone scrutinise this and see where Anthony Albanese got his money from? Selling houses, inside knowledge, whatever. Follow the paper trail. And I'll tell you another thing. Now, why the hell not? And I say hell because he is hell, and that's where he's going, hell. Because he's done that contract with Louis Cypher, Mr. Louis Cypher, and that's where he's going to be dragged back down to. Anyway, that's beside the point. We're not talking about that at the moment. We're talking about this net wealth that he's accumulated being a career politician. And I've always scrutinised this when he's not the only one. Keaton got out and then he buys a $1 million mansion or so forth at Fort Clues. I think Hawkey done it before that. Like all these politicians, I want to know how they get these millions, especially when they're career politicians. Like I was a career in security, and I'm very, very lucky and fortunate that I have a house. And that was like blood, sweat and tears. And I was doing 12-hour shifts, working 5 to 6 days a week, 12-hour shifts every day. And it was mainly night shift. So 85% of my shifts were night shift, 12-hour shifts. Basically 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. until 6 a.m. in the morning. Now, what I'm getting at, why don't these politicians run the country exactly how they run their households? Like, why are they bankrupting the country when they've accumulated so much wealth, personal wealth, in their personal lives in their own households? So why don't they run the country like their houses, like their households, like their budgets in their household? I can't wrap my head around it. I just can't wrap my head around how they can bankrupt the country, yet they don't bankrupt themselves. As I said, just run the country like as if they're running their houses. That's all they got to do. It's so basic and simplistic. All I can think of, they're just imbeciles, and as I said, they're puppets with their controllers, and the controllers are running the show because we'd just be such a wealthy country now if we didn't squash our refineries, industry, factories, even our schooling, the education system through their curriculums and doctrinating the children and stuff like that, it's all fallen apart. And the whole society and civilization, how we brought it up to that stage, and they're just knocking it all down. They're knocking it down. They're the wrecking ball. Remember Miley Cyrus, I think she had that song with the wrecking ball. Well, that's what they're doing. They're just wrecking it, and they don't give a shit because they're just bringing everyone down to their level, that the dark, deep state criminals, gangsters of government are bringing us down, way down. We're going way down now. So, as I said, we're falling down. Remember, I've told you about the Balancing Act, and we're falling way down. We're falling way down where it's supposed to be balanced. And this is where I come into it. We've got to bring it all back up and restructure everything. That's your refineries, smelters. So we've got to do smelters again because Australia's got the most resources in the world. And yellow cake, which is uranium. All we've got to do is processing plants again and do it all here and then sell it overseas. And thus doing our factories and industry, we're creating jobs again. And I don't care what we pay people here because we put up the prices for our metal and fuel, all that kind of stuff. We put the price and factor in the cost for our workers here back home so we can prosper. I don't give a shit if we can get a Matchbox car overseas for $1 and we make it here for $2. I don't care. That's when you put your import tax on that car, that Matchbox car, and match it to $2. Because then our wages stay here and our jobs stay here in Australia. Everything is so simplistic that these imbeciles can't get their heads around it, or they don't want to. Obviously, everything's just done on purpose to hurt us. Like once we put those call centres overseas, it made India rich. It made people rich over in India. And then our call centres, then we had less jobs here for our workers. It just doesn't, the numbers and figures doesn't add up, and it just doesn't make any sense at all. It just doesn't make any sense at all. It's very stupidity as far as I'm concerned. But I just want to know where all these career politicians get their millions from. When the average worker, and that's another thing too, the middle class worker, it'd be lucky to get 48,000 upwards to about 110,000. I think I was sitting on about 65, 70 grand when I got crook with my chronic illness, and had to have me time out. But that gives me more time to communicate with the masses out there now, and we push ahead. Majori St. Denis. Lovely war cry, battle cry. It's a battle cry for the French. Our battle cry is, let's just go get the bastards. Bloody oath. Anyways, that's enough chit-chatter on the political scene and what's going on there. And good on Pres Trump. The Prince of Light's feelings and sentiments on Pres Trump. He's doing a great thing. He's doing a great service because his service is to the general public. Like my service and my function is to you guys out there. Okay, but we're moving right along. We'll do what the oracles, the fairy oracle cards have to flick over to us. Environmental awareness wanting to flick out to me. Let's tap it 3 times. Clear the air. All bad spirits to be gone. Cast out all those bad, evil spirits. Be gone. And we draw in, as we say to all my listeners and followers out there, if you wish, we draw the positive energy in. And it's healing energy too. You have that positive healing energy. Bring it all in and push out that positive energy, okay? All positive energy. And remember, your walls are up because you've got the armour of God on, and you've got all these other protection up, all the protection walls for your guardian angels, your kin, spiritual kins, kindred spirits. So you've got everything up. And don't forget your ancestors, our lovely, lovely ancestors. Honour is established through ancestry. And we shall overcome. We shall overcome anything because we have the light. The light. Light over darkness. There was another one too. Just met a chap the other day, and he's... if anyone watched that show there's a song at the start of it, and that was his motto. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. And remember, we can't see around corners, but that's why you crouch before you go around the corner. Just in case. Just in case. Remember that man called Justin? His last name was Case? I used to call him Justin Case. Just in case. That's no bullshit too, that was his name. Okie dokie, let's do it, let's do it. I think we'll just go the 2 today. What do we have? Making new friends. Making new friends all the time. Follow your dreams. Remember your dreams. Keep telling you about Pluto, my lovely, beautiful birth planet. One of my birth planets. Which is life, death, rebirth, and transformation. And then we got the planet Mars, planet of war. Well, I'm going to do one more card in the middle, and visualization. Visualization, you visualize things, you manifest it, and it comes into fruition. 30 years, my friends, 30 years. Oh, it just keeps getting better, higher consciousness. Honouring your true feeling. Magic of nature, because we need nature. Because I tell you what, the force of nature is to be reckoned with. And it's a bit of a reckoning too. A bit of a reckoning for all that darkness and dark souls and people on the dark side and doing their dark rituals. Time for our justice. And what do I say? Our truth, our justice, and unity. Unity. We're all into this together. All in this together. Yeah, right. Giving, receiving, sharing wealth and generosity and charity. That was the 6 of Pentacles. Okie dokie. So, moving right along now. Moving right along. We go forward in leaps and bounds. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Be gone, bad evil spirits. Bring in all the goodness, all the goody ones, as I say, all the goody ones, because the betterer it will be. What will be, will be. What will be, will be. Beautiful. And you guys are beautiful out there, I keep saying that. Beautiful, beautiful people out there. Never let anyone drag you down to their dark, deep, sinister and insidious level. We rise above all that shit. Let them have their cesspit and let them friggin', well, basically, they make their bed, they lie in their bed, we make our bed and we rise and shine. Just seen the Emperor then, the Emperor came through then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick up sticks. There was a song like that, wasn't it? 2, 4, 6. Can't remember it at the moment. Okay. Remember the roseberry bush? Remember the War of the Roses? That stuffed a lot of things up too, because a lot of people, as I say, there's a lot of betrayal there and treachery when it comes to, getting a bit tongue-tied today. Maybe my energy levels are a little bit down, but I feel they're up. I feel they're okay. As I say, scissors, we just got to cut through the bullshit. Cut through the bullshit. Page of Cups. Okie dokie. What are we going to have? Oh dear. Okay. King of Cups. What have we got? King of Cups. 4, 9. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. The Chariot. We got the Chariot. The Chariot. Got the World again. The World. See if I can cut them in half and see what. Oy! That was a bit of a snap. Snapperoo. Bit of a snapperoo. Queen of Pentacles. Alright, what do we have here? Okay, we'll see what we draw. We'll see one more card. King of Cups. 9 of Wands, the Chariot, the World. The World, the World, the World. I have the whole world in my hands. Remember, everyone wants to rule the world too, don't they? What have we got here? We got the Fool. Oh, the Fool. What's the next one off it? Yeah. The Fool. And then the Four of Swords, laying down, meditation. Wow, it keeps going, the Hierophant. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, let's go with what we got. Okay, so the first one we pulled out was the King of Cups. King of Cups. King. Got to have a king on the throne. I am the throne. Okay, for everything to go hunky-dory, and as it should be, through Dad upstairs anointing his chosen ones. There's plenty of chosen ones out there. Star seeds, light bearers, and the awakened ones in general. Okay, so the King of Cups is a yes. Emotionally balanced, compassion, diplomatic, control, balanced, supportive leader, tolerance, and empathic, and like telepathic. This is what I'm trying to get up and running now, so we can get the show up and running. That's where we become centre stage. Everything is a stage. Everyone's got their own story to tell. Tories. Deacon, Aquarius, Pisces. King of Cups. Next one is the 9 of Wands, and that's another yes. 2 yes cards so far. Deacon is Sagittarius. It's a fire card. Strength, compassion. I always say, keep your strength up. Strong. Remain strong and have that strength up and show no fear. Okay, have your courage. Because we are conquerors. Warriors, soldiers. Okay, keep your strength up. We always have compassion and completion, optimism, and the suffering. This is why the soup kitchens come in, they come into effect because the soup kitchens feed a lot of homeless people. I'd inject more money into soup kitchens. And we've got to start worrying about that homeless. And then I just said courage, persistence, test of faith and hope, resilience, boundaries, last stand, gearing up for worst, pessimism, and wary. Be wary of everything. 9. Nine of Wands. And then we have the Chariot. Got to take back the reins so we can reign supreme. And look after the children out there. Peoples. It's another one. Go forth. Multiply and be fruitful. We're at that stage. We are at that stage. Water, Cancer, Chow. CHAU. It's over in China, isn't it? Yeah. Go forth. Multiply, be fruitful. Movement, progress, action, integration. Integration. Multiply. Determination. Willpower. Control, direction, departure, courage again. Courage coming out in spades. And you see, mine would be the King of Hearts. The King of Hearts. Now we all go to the world again, as we are. That was the 7. That was the yes card too. The Chariot, the world. Everyone knows it's a yes card. Reduces to 3, which is the Holy Trinity, and it becomes a part of the community. We are a part of one big community. Okay, one big, huge family. Bit dysfunctional at the moment, but we've got to get it all functional again, which we will do. We'll do. Wholeness, attainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life in general, and arriving. We have arrived. Okay, so, and then we say with the Fool, it's good to have fools around because they're jesters. They're jesters. Always maintain your sense of humour is what I say. Always maintain your sense of humour. So that card, the Fool, new beginnings. I always say new beginnings. It's a new beginning, part of your transformation. And possibilities. Possibilities are endless. And our innocence, how dare these pricks when you got innocent children being abused. We'll show them what we do to them pricks, eh? We'll show them. That's where you have your justice. I told you guys about the J's before. And it's true. Truth in justice. Spontaneous optimism, trust in life, and blind faith. Take that leap of blind faith. Adventure and opportunity and pleasures. Unlimited possibilities. There it is there. Unlimited possibilities. The Fool. And it's a yes. They're all yes cards. They're all yes cards. All right, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed peoples out there. Hope you enjoyed my little card reading today and what I put on the beginning. And now we come to the end. At the end of the day. At the end of the day. So what I'm going to do now is just see. The 4 of Pentacles. Earth, all about our lovely Earth as Earthlings. And Mother Gaia. Saving money, security. Security, been doing security all my life. First it was national service and then security for the general public. Looking after the masses, especially over night time. Keeping demons at bay. Running around with a firearm, looking after you guys out there over night time while you're safe and sleeping in your lovely beds in your bedrooms. Conservation, scarcity, control, form, completeness again, foundations. You've got to have foundations for civilization, and then you have colonization when we colonised the planet. We colonised this planet. And then you have civilization because we should be civil. That's what it's about. Civil. That's why it's civilization. Not too civil at the moment, are we? Too busy running around killing each other. But that's your demons. That's your demons on this plane that escaped from Louis Cypher. That's what we have to do. We have to go through all these demons and push them back down to Hades. Now that's a 4. 4 resonates. 4 is good. Go in and Google the number 4 and symbolism of number 4. Power and stability. This is what we need, stability. Okie dokie. Must be on me way, must be on me way. That rabbit hole, the rabbit hole. The red pill, the blue pill. What about the yellow pill? And the green pill? So many pills and so much, as I said, possibilities are endless. Take that leap of faith, brothers and sisters. Okay, love and hugs to each and every one of you out there. Safe travels and stay safe. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Amen. Bye for now. Beaming in from Australia, from Channel 4. You all should know that enlightened triangle now. 11, 22 and 33. X-ray Delta, Tango. Beautiful. Keep going with your higher consciousness, enlightenment. Keep pushing it up. And remember, we keep the balance like that. The scales are balanced. Okie dokie. As I say, Channel 4 and cheerio.